been gone last Monday, I had a systemic thing that went away quickly, but still prevented me from doing the 2 cups.
Okay, class, good evening. My name is Noel Mester, and today I'll be talking about testing for diabetes and preventative steps you can take to either reverse the disease if you have it or not get it in general. So I want you just to think about something right now. You've had a long day at work. You've been on your feet all day, and you kick your shoes off, and you look down, and your sock is just soaked in blood. What the hell? And you reach into your shoe, and you see that one of your kids' Lego toys has been at the bottom of your shoe all day, just grinding into your foot. So at that point, it's probably too late for you to reverse the fact that you have diabetes. And probably soon, because the nerves are destroyed in your foot is probably going to be amputated. So unfortunately in America, this problem is too common now, and it's just getting way too epidemic. According to the Center for Disease Control, in 2018, there are now 30 million Americans that have diabetes. That's 1 in 10 people in America today. And there's another 80 million people that have pre-diabetic blood sugar levels. And those people are mostly young adults and middle-aged adults. And what the CDC also says, that by about 2025, that'll be about 1/3 of the population in America. So I'm a diabetic, and when I was first told that I had pre-diabetes 5 years ago, I really didn't pay it any mind, because the person who was telling me this was an old friend of mine. He was basically someone I grew up with. And although he was a physician, and he would tell me I need to lower my blood sugar, lower my weight, yeah, I've heard that forever. I never really took that diagnosis to heart. And then 2 years ago, I got the diabetes diagnosis, and then I still really didn't take it seriously, because I know I should lose some weight. It's no big deal. I'll do it one day. But about a year ago, another friend of mine, a nurse, he explained to me what happens to your blood when you have high blood sugar for a long time, and how it changes the pH levels in your blood. And that change in pH, what that does is it basically destroys your kidneys, it destroys your eyes, it can destroy your pancreas, and it'll kill you if you don't stop it. So yeah, that was a wake-up call for me, and my nurse friend finally told me about that. So I knew I had to change my life, and I did, and I'm still living with it and taking care of it. So there's 3 ways to test to see if you have diabetes, and there's 2 major lifestyle changes you can do, again, to either stop it or reverse the disease if you have it. So the 3 tests you can take are a blood test, an eye test, or a foot test. According to the New York State Department of Health in 2012, the blood test is the best method. The blood test is something you can get probably every year if you go to your primary care physician. Most people do go to their doctor once a year for a physical, and they'll test for your blood glucose levels, your A1C levels, and your kidney peptides. And those 3 blood tests in and of themselves can let you know whether or not you're pre-diabetic or you have diabetes. And it's not going to be the whammy effect that happens if you go for an eye exam or a foot exam, and your eye doctor or your foot doctor tells you have diabetes, because at that point, it's probably too late. You're probably beyond the course of reversing the disease in your life. With your eye exam, they're going to look into your eyes, they're going to see if you have just a phenomenal number of capillaries in your retina, because most people have, maybe a couple dozen capillaries you can see, but if you have 100 of them in there, the blood is just pressing down on your retina, and it's forcing your capillaries to basically explode. And again, if your eye doctor tells you that, you may want to start traveling, like Frida had suggested, because you're probably going to be blind soon. So see the world while you can. And the same thing with your feet. Unless you're a professional dancer, most people aren't going to get a foot exam. So if you have that ulcer that doesn't heal, or the Lego has chewed up your foot, you didn't even know about it. If your podiatrist tells you that you should get a blood test for diabetes because you don't feel this nerve sensation in your foot anymore, probably within 6 months to a year, you can start saying goodbye to your toes and then your feet, and it's pretty much non-reversible at that point. So those 3 exams, blood, the eye, and the feet, that's really the order of importance to test to see if you have the disease. The next 2 lifestyle changes I'm going to tell you about can help you slow or reverse the disease. And getting back to what my friends would tell me about losing weight, and I was like, no. Everyone knows that you shouldn't eat carbs, and you shouldn't drink soda, and you shouldn't drink too many beers at the Irish Festival. Well, maybe just at the Irish Festival. But in general, you really shouldn't go bonkers with that all the time, all right? Eliminate empty carbohydrates. Eliminate, white starches, white pasta, white bread, potatoes, rice, things like that. Just stop eating that from your diet. Again, beer and wine, aside from the Irish Fest, if you don't need to drink it, you shouldn't be drinking it, okay? And fruit juice and soda, just stop drinking that. Drink water, really, that's what you should be drinking. If you need something with flavor, I know it's tough to get to, it's tough to admit. Drink like flavored seltzer. And the other thing that you can do that both the Nassau County Department of Health and the American Diabetes Association have both recommended is that, walk everywhere. Now here in New York, that's pretty easy because we pretty much do walk everywhere. But if you happen to live in one of the outer boroughs or the suburbs, Jersey, someplace like that where most people will walk to the supermarket, see if you can just walk there, drive to the supermarket, see if you can just maybe walk to something instead, Or if you're in the city and you take the subway home, instead of getting off at your station that's 5 blocks from your house, get off the station before the one you normally do and walk 15 blocks to your house. Those little steps will help. Come on, you play soccer, you can walk 10 more blocks. Those little steps will help you manage your health better. And then there's some other criteria they suggest, like getting 120 minutes of cardio per week, maybe 90 minutes of weight training per week. Those are just added suggestions, but really the main thing you can do for yourself is just walk more. Okay, so if you already got a pre-diabetic diagnosis, this really should serve as a wake-up call. Specifically because most of you here are at the age of, you can change this in your lives now. If you get to be my age and you start to wait, it's really difficult to start changing. And then it's become ingrained in your daily activity. Do it now while you're younger, while you can make that change. It will be better for you down the road. So again, this is a disease that can be easily tested for, and there's two main health facets you can undergo that will help you either reverse this disease or just help you manage it. Thank you.